Imagine staying awake for an entire day, then pushing through another night and another. In 1963, Randy Gardner, a 17-year-old American man from San Diego, stayed awake for 264 hours or 11 days. But what really happens inside your body and brain when you stay awake for a prolonged period of time? In this video on Daily Minute Science, we'll explore the science behind sleep deprivation, from its immediate effects on mood to its long-term effects on our overall health. I think we can all agree that sleep is important, but not many people truly understand why it matters. Just like an engine which needs regular maintenance to function properly, our bodies require sleep to function at their best. While we sleep, our bodies engage in vital processes such as repairing tissues, building muscles, and improving our immune system. Recent studies show that the brain resets itself when one sleeps, removing toxic waste byproducts which may have accumulated throughout the day. Without sleep, we can't form or maintain the neuron pathways in our brain that allow us to learn and create new memories. There have been multiple studies that showed lack of sleep and insomnia are closely related to depression, irritability, anger, and stress. This is because without adequate rest, our brain's ability to handle negative emotions is compromised. Furthermore, sleep deprivation also disrupts the production of neurotransmitters such as serotonin and dopamine, which are important in improving our moods. Do you know that the United Nations even considers sleep deprivation a form of torture and therefore banned scientists from conducting experiments on humans to learn more about the effects of lack of sleep? But what would happen if we stopped sleeping? Well, after your first sleepless night, your mesolimbic system becomes stimulated and dopamine runs rampant. Initially, we might have some extra energy and motivation. However, after the first sleepless night, you'll find yourself with slower reaction times and reduced perceptual and cognitive functions. Studies have shown that going 24 hours without sleep is equivalent to having a blood alcohol content of 0.1%, which is above the legal driving limit throughout the United States. Memory formation and recall are also affected, weakening our ability to learn and retain knowledge. Additionally, even just one sleepless night can weaken our immune system, as our bodies can't fight like they usually can, leaving us more vulnerable to infections. But what if you push it further? 3 days without sleep. Now things are getting dangerous. At this point, your ability to think clearly, focus, or make decisions, gone. Even simple tasks feel impossible. Forget about complex tasks. Even simple tasks such as getting dressed or finding a snack could feel overwhelming. You may begin to experience vivid hallucinations as your brain struggles to differentiate between dreams and reality. Your hallucinations could potentially create images, such as a person who is not actually there. That's your sleep-deprived brain playing tricks on you. You might also experience auditory hallucinations, which happen when you hear voices or noises that aren't there. You might hear your friends calling your name even though they are not present. Emotion regulations are practically non-existent if we do not sleep for 72 hours. We might also experience microsleep, which is brief, involuntary episodes of sleep that last from a few seconds to a minute. This can be extremely hazardous, especially if you're driving or operating machinery, although you're probably too tired anyway. A week without sleep, the body reaches its breaking point, a threshold where survival itself becomes uncertain. Your existing symptoms will become significantly worse. On top of those symptoms, you will also notice a significant change in your physical appearance. At this point, the disruption of proteins and carbohydrate metabolism becomes critical. Muscle repair and growth are severely hampered as the body fails to synthesize proteins properly, which causes our muscles to be broken down. Remember I mentioned our body is like an engine? Well, at this point, that engine is failing, which leads to life-threatening conditions such as heart failure and high blood pressure. So, how much sleep do we need? Most adults require at least 7 hours of sleep to function optimally. Otherwise, we can accumulate what's known as sleep debt, which can ultimately take a toll on our body. According to one study, you need approximately 4 days to recover from 1 hour of sleep debt, although everyone is different. If you're watching this video because you're trying to figure out whether you should pull an all-nighter, the answer is no. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching and staying to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.